This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Everyone is telling her she dreamt it, but in The Woman in Cabin 10, Lo Blacklock is determined to uncover the truth. In the gripping new thriller coming to Netflix October 10th, Keira Knightley plays a journalist aboard a luxury yacht who witnesses a crime she can't unsee. Adapted from Ruth Ware's best-selling novel, directed by Simon Stone. Watch The Woman in Cabin 10, only on Netflix on October 10th.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the show. All persons described or mentioned in the podcast should be considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This podcast contains subject matter such as violence and graphic descriptions along with adult language, which may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. We've all been doom scrolling late at night and came across the creepy 911 calls. There's been a couple recently that have crossed social media. Tonight, we bring you 10 of the oddest, creepiest 911 calls we could find. You're listening to the Mysterious Brews podcast, and tonight we bring you creepy 911 calls. Welcome to a deep, dark, dank, moist basement somewhere in the bowels of Georgia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, due to the government shutdown, Coach has been replaced with Arlo, fresh out of the Kentucky backwoods.
You mean Raylan?
Same thing. Same thing. Raylan, fresh out of the Kentucky backwoods.
What's up, y'all?
He is a graduate of the blue-collar community back home to do the creepy 911 calls. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the old Patreon. So a little love on the 300th episode from the patrons. Miss Winford said that her and her lovely husband, who gives us a rash of shit, says that they wait for us to drop and then they text as fast as they can to beat the other to announce that the fools have dropped an episode. Thank you. I don't know whether to be thank you or upset.
Backhanded compliment.
Yeah. Miss Raymond says that the gifts were all Chad and Gina, and she didn't even know the mailing address, so I sent it to her. And her lovely husband said that the blue clay that we talked about is the same as wet gumbo. Mr. Winford said congratulations on 300 episodes. Just proves the point I've always said, a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. Oh, wait, that's a horny dog gets a nut. Anyway, congratulations, assholes. Peace Cat, the original, said congratulations to both Coach and Arlo. And then Chad comes back with 53% of the U.S. is inhabited by humans. That means 47% of the country is not. So let that sink in. Everything you know as a human living your life today, almost half of what you know is undiscovered, uninhabited, undeveloped. Join Mr. Winford on his next TED Talk. Now a little bit more serious. As many of you saw from the social media posts, we lost a great friend of the podcast, one of our original members, passed away unexpectedly, and that's Mr. Chuck Ball. So please keep him, his family, his kids in your thoughts and prayers. As we are recording, I believe the viewing is tomorrow. So I shared in the group message the arrangements of the funeral home. So again, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. He will truly be missed. He was a great one. He helped us on several episodes, had dinner with me and my wife at the Arkansas True Crime Fest a couple years ago. sent me the Cannonball Run t-shirt. Like I said in the 300th episode, he actually met me as he's coming across I-20 to deliver not only beer, but t-shirts. So a great guy that is going to truly be missed. All right, ladies and gents, let's get into the patrons side of it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had a couple of new ones. Yes, Miss Rondonay, Miss Jessica Guerin, and the Notster. The Notster. Welcome aboard. Okay, so got that out of the way. So tonight, we are probably doing the first installment. We were going to do 5 of the weirdest 911 calls, and that turned into 10 of the creepiest. We actually found I think it's a website maybe. I think it listed like 47 odd ones. Trying to find it. Hold, please. I had you muted so you wouldn't fart in the microphone.
Thanks, bud.
That is not it. Where is it at? I swear it said
300 episodes and counting. We're totally professional. So.
Yes, 100% professional. What are you talking about, man? I got this thing under a roll. Where's it at? Yes, it is called boardpanda.com, and it is 43 creepy calls or messages that might make your skin crawl. So we got plenty, and we're going to hit some of the highlights. And if any of these, several of these, I should say, could be standalone episodes. So if you'd like to hear a standalone episode of any of the ones that we covered tonight, please drop us a line at mysteriousbrews@gmail.com. Or you can hit us up on the socials and let us know. We have been getting some, I guess, information on some of the lesser known cases that we talked about. I know Miss Raymond's sending us some things, so we'll be trying to bring some press, some light, some information to some of the lesser known missing people cases out of Arkansas, some of the unsolved murders out of Arkansas. So we got that in the works. Again, we have received some of your recommendations, and they are going on the list, so keep dropping those. But let's kick this thing off tonight with the first of the creepy phone calls, 911 calls, weirdness. So this first one is the weepy-voiced killer's tearful confession. So if you've never heard of him, it is Mr. Paul Michael Stefani. He was dubbed the weepy-voiced killer for his high-pitched sobbing taunts, and he would call the police right after his attacks, begging them to stop him while reveling in the remorse. He murdered 3 women and injured 2 others before his capture in 1982, and ultimately passed away in prison in 1998 from what?
Skin cancer.
Yeah, skin cancer.
To Wikipedia.
Yeah, so take a listen to this.
Yes, please, this is an emergency. Please send a squad car to Pierce Butler Road, Malmberg Manufacturing Company Machine Shop. Please send an ambulance too. There's a girl hurt there.
Can you tell me what happened to her?
Just hurry. She's laying on the ground in the back by the railroad tracks by the engine room. Hurry.
What's the address?
I don't know.
Who are you?
So I'm pretty sure that was a recreation. I had tried to get the actual ones. I don't know where the... Oh, well.
Yeah, voice acting timestamps.
Oh, well, there you go. Imagine that.
Would you look at that?
Crazy.
Wow.
So you can find it on the YouTube. It says it's linked in here, but they are lying. They lied to me.
Hey, gummit.
Lied.
Yes, please, this is an emergency. Please send a squad to Pierce Butler Road, Molenberg Manufacturing Company, machine shop. Please, there's an ambulance too. There's a girl hurt there.
Can you tell me what happened to her?
Just hurry, she's laying on the ground in the back by the railroad tracks, by the edge here. Hurry.
What's the address?
I don't know.
Who are you?
So you can understand why he's called the Weepy Voice Killer. That is one of the more famous 911 calls with him. There are several others. There's a lot of YouTube shorts. Raylan just pulled up one that's even shorter but weirder.
It just says, "Please stop me. I just stabbed a girl with an ice pick."
So, like I said, he had killed three women and injured two more before his capture. And there was a huge thing. Like, I want to say that there was a 48 hours episode maybe that was done on him and his capture. It was a whole thing. They went back and talked about it. There is a full documentary on the Mystery Abyss channel on YouTube. It's about 38 minutes. They go through it pretty in depth. But again, if you would like to hear any of these in a full episode format, please let us know. And these are going to be pretty rapid fire. Not giving a whole lot of our thoughts on it. These are grade A pieces of shit when it comes to serial killers and people that kill people and then call in and confess it on 911. That's the ultimate narcissistic move. So the next one on the list, and I think, Raylan, you said this one might be a creepypasta, or they disproved it. It was the missing girl's desperate plea in Gallup, New Mexico on April 6, 1986.
I had heard somewhere that they had believed that this was a prank call. I don't want to sound, what's the word for it? Disingenuous, I guess. But I had heard somewhere that someone believed that this was a prank call. Others still believe that this really was Antoinette. I'm not going to try.
Calladito, Antoinette Calladito vanished from her bedroom without a trace. No ransom, no body, just disappeared. A year later, there is a frantic girl's voice calls 911 from Albuquerque, whispering, "This is Antoinette," before an adult male voice snarls in the background. So take a listen to this one.
Police Department. Hello. I'm Antoinette Calladito. Okay, whereabouts in Albuquerque? Who said you could use a help? Hello? Antoinette, where are you? Antoinette? Hello?
So, yeah.
That doesn't sound fake.
There is a podcast, Trace Evidence Podcast does a full episode on her. It's episode 85. They break down the whole, how she went missing, the police investigation, their theories on it. So again, it's just, these are, when you hear the backstory, it's just, it's awful. And she's still missing today. Nobody knows whether or not it was her. Like Raylan said, we're not sure if that was hoaxed. The bad thing, or the true thing, not bad, it is bad, but the true thing of the whole situation on this is she is missing. This was a full-blown case back in 1986. There's, again, several other things that you can pull up on YouTube if you want to take a deep dive. Her case may be one that we do look into later. I had seen this guy, Jake Evans. He's the next one. He's from Aledo, Texas, back in January of 2013. He was 17-year-old. He calls 911. He's very cold. He confesses to shooting his mother and his 15-year-old sister, calling himself evil and detailing the plan like he's just reading off a grocery list. He even asked if he'll go to hell. Ultimately, he is sentenced to 45 years in prison, and you talk about the epitome of a sociopathic, narcissistic move. Listen to this one.
Concord County 911, where's your emergency?
My house.
What's the address?
152 River Creek Lane.
Okay, what's the emergency?
I just killed my mom and my sister.
What?
I just killed my mom and my sister.
You just killed your mother and your sister? How did you do that?
I shot him with a .22 revolver.
And what is your name?
Jake Evans.
Jay Evans?
Jake Evans.
Are you sure they're dead?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to stay on the phone with me, okay? Are you all right?
So that 911 call is actually almost 25 minutes long. It's 24 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah.
So we're not going to play the whole thing. There's a lot of downtime. You hear the 911 operator typing in the background, and he goes on, just like I said before we played it, and just, coldly explains why, how, the weirdest thing. He's on a lot of these countdowns for odd phone calls, creepy phone calls, or 911 calls.
I mean, I get it. Hey, gum.
Yeah, he's
like nothing.
It's bad. There is a couple of episodes out there about him, his confession. So again, the case study on sociopathic detachment syndrome, just extremely weird.
All right. Next one. I've heard it. Your mother's heard it. It's that phone call from the funeral house around 3:30 a.m. on August 11th, 2018. 911 got a call from a completely locked up a completely locked up funeral house. Not a whole lot on the phone from what I remember. You can hear a very faint whisper of someone saying help, and that's about it. Police showed up. There was nobody there. Nobody in, nobody out.
Now, wasn't this when the funeral home had been demolished also, or when did they go? Because there was one, or maybe I'm getting my 911 calls mixed up. There's a whole paranormal video I watched earlier. There's another one. They get a 911 call from a resident or from an address they know is been demolished. Like there's nothing there, but they go anyway. And sure enough, it's still there. There's nobody there. It was even weirder.
From what I remember, the funeral home was still open. It might still be open.
Well, the building's still there?
I think so.
Okay. All right, ladies and gents, take a listen to this one. So that goes on for just, I think she says hello a couple times, and there's an inaudible, it's almost male voice. It's almost like one of those spirit box things where you get bits and pieces coming through.
Yeah, you can't really hear what he's saying. I swear there was a help.
There may have been, but that the only one that we could find on the great YouTube is from CBS Colorado, Channel 4. They had about a 45-second clip on it. But again, I kind of, as we're putting this together, I mean, we could branch out of this. Like I said, there's 43 other weird ones. We can go paranormal 911 calls, paranormal recordings. You can do other things. We're kind of going to give you a smattering of different ones. So there ain't no way in hell if I was a cop, I would have been like, no, I need backup. I will meet you here, and then we will go together.
Sorry, my wife called. I gotta go home. See you guys.
Yep. Oh, look, I shit my pants. Sorry, I can't make it. All right, the next one is the coded pizza order, and we've all heard this one. This was from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. This is a lady who, hats off,
real smart. I wouldn't have thought of this.
Extremely smart. And I think after this, other people started doing it as well. It's not really eerie. It's
not eerie.
Well, it is eerie in the fact of what she's trying to get done. And so once we play it, you'll know what we're talking about. So hold on 1 second as we cue this one up, ladies and gentlemen.
911.
I would like to order a pizza.
You called 911 to order a pizza?
Yeah.
This is the wrong number to call for a pizza.
But the caller wasn't really calling for a pizza.
No, you're not.
I'm getting you now.
It took just a moment for dispatcher Tim Tenike to realize this Ohio woman was making a secret plea in code.
What apartment? Is the other guy still there?
Yep. I need a large pizza.
All right. How about medical? You need medical?
No, with pepperoni.
All right. We'll get him going.
Thank you.
How did you know?
So he, you can hear immediately, he's like, lady, you've lost your mind. And so then it dawns on him. There's another couple of, and we've all heard a couple of other ones where this kind of catches on with women being abused and they're the abusers in the house. In this situation, I think the abuser was abusing the lady's mom, and he had gotten her to stop, or she had gotten him to stop and was like, look, we just need to calm down, order a pizza. And so, but there's a couple other ones out there. There's one in Florida. There's one in,
there's one in Oregon, Ohio.
Yeah.
All over the place.
So there's a couple of different ones out there. But
I
yeah.
Ever would be able to think of that.
Yeah. Hats off to her.
Genius.
She was, he had them out there. He also, we didn't put in the 911 call, but in the original 911 call, as he's talking to her, he's like, stay on the phone with me. He tells the officers that he's dispatched, no lights, no sirens. The abuser's there, has no idea. So they roll up and they get Simon Lopez, and bingo, bango. That was probably saved her mom's life and her life. So, all right. So the man lost in the woods. That is the one that we were going to save until the end as an honorable mention, but we'll go ahead and mention him now because I can't keep my notes straight.
You can't keep your notes straight, and this is one I'd been begging you for hundreds of episodes. Did it already. It was Brandon Lawson.
That is right.
Down here on Abilene on both sides.
Yeah, and we played the 911 call, and then I think we slowed it down, played where it was slowed down, what you can hear, what we think was going on. So, yeah, look up in our episodes, which would be episode 19, way back, right before the COVID. So, yeah, episode 19, we did Brandon Lawson, about an hour episode. So if you've not heard our take on Brandon Lawson, give that a listen. Also, we've Raylan here has been keeping up with that case, and they're 99.9% sure they've found his body.
It's confirmed now. They found remains.
And he wasn't, very far from where they...
Right over the fence.
Yeah. So, kind of a missing 411-esque kind of thing, with him not being... Because they searched the general area, then searched the area again, and then searched it again, and then eventually they find his remains. So... Yeah. But, yeah, definitely a weird one. The next one we had on our list was...
Charles Hendricks Foster. He calls 911 about 3 times. Then, at first, he just yells at the dispatcher to shut up. Then he confesses that he wants to kill his wife, and he begs the cops to stop him. Well, he hangs up, and he does it anyways. She survived, and he gets 10 years in prison.
And I think that he's not even, I think he gets out. I don't know for sure.
This year.
Does he get out?
If he got 10 years in prison and was convicted in 2015, he gets out this year.
So, yeah, this one is, again, a weird one. So take a listen to this one.
911.
Just a minute, please.
Do you need police or ambulance there?
Yes, ma'am. This is serious.
Okay. Do you need police or an ambulance?
Would you shut up and listen to me for a second? I'm trying to get you on my speakerphone so I can hear you. And yes, ma'am, this is serious.
Okay.
Oh, stupid phone.
So he goes on to like hang up, calls back. She keeps asking, do you need the police? Yeah. I'll call you back. Hold on. Calls back. Do you need an ambulance? Do you need police? And he's yelling at her to just shut up and listen to him, begging, like I said, to get them to stop him from stabbing his wife. He also like, his voice is very calm. Well, I don't guess calm, but
casual.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Casual in his approach to this, but it's 3 times. And like I was saying, he wants them to try to stop him, but he's got her like scared to death. And he does, he hangs up and he stabs her, and kudos to her, but supposedly he's still very angry at her.
Kudos to her for surviving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, kudos to her for surviving. But yeah, supposedly they had done somebody had done a maybe the Bellingham Herald had done an interview talking to him, and he's still extremely pissed about whatever she made him mad about. So I don't know if that's going to play into him maybe not getting out, but if he was sentenced to 10 years, he's going to get out. Let's just hope he doesn't screw it up.
This next one is something that gets Arlo excited because he doesn't shut up about it when we're not on live. It's a Bigfoot stalker.
Yeah, now this is one of the more famous ones we've talked about in the past. This guy genuinely believes, this was back in 1990, this guy genuinely believes that Bigfoot's in his backyard. And for me, I believe that he saw something. He's saying that it's like 6'9", 7 foot tall. If you follow any of the Bigfoot documentaries, podcasts, this is one of the more famous ones. So take a listen to this.
911, what are you reporting?
I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
My dog went flying through the air over the tree. I don't know how it did it.
Okay.
Damn it, I'm really confused. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence, and he was dead when she hit the ground. I didn't see any cars. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal, or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on, and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man, or something. It looks like a man. I don't know what it was, just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now, and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sure.
Dio!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in
white male? Did you actually see with it, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big. He is big.
So yeah, that's a Bigfoot, boys and girls. He's in the middle of the woods. He is.
He's big.
Yeah, he's big. And he's trying not to come across as, Jesus Christ, there's a Bigfoot that's killed my dog, and I done called y'all about
I'll
it.
be honest with you. I wouldn't have been so calm. Someone just killed my dog. I would have been like, dadgummit, something killed my dog.
And threw it over the fence, and I'm in the middle of the woods.
Send the military.
Yeah, I'm about to scorch the earth. So, yeah. Again, that one, if you are a Bigfoot follower, you have heard that one before. I think it was even on an episode of Monster Quest. The next one on the list is Prince William County in Virginia back in 2019. 22-year-old Jeremy Schmelzer had called 911 in a full-blown panic wheezing attack, screaming, "I can't breathe," with gas, fumbling his address before going silent. The 911 dispatchers used a lot of technical expertise to pinpoint him just in time, and his asthma attack is averted. So they say they heard what was similar to a death rattle, which hopefully that's not true. But take a listen. Take a listen to this one.
911, where's your emergency? Do you have an emergency?
Yeah.
Okay.
Breathe.
Okay, I need an address.
102.
Let me see. Let me try and see if I can get your address without you talking. Hold on a second for me. Is it 10102?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, hurry.
What? Can you tell me your first name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay, Jeremy. You there, Jeremy? Jeremy, you still there?
And he just gasps. I mean, he was close to, I've got asthma, Raylan's got asthma. It's
freaky. I don't like listening to that.
Yeah, I've never had it that bad.
Me neither, but
I don't want to ever have it that bad. But I when you can't catch your breath, it's nerve-wracking, and that spirals you into a panic attack, which even makes it worse. And so I empathize with him a little bit, but I would not want to do that. I would not want to go through that, I guess. Kudos to the 911 operator. They reunite in, I think there's one of the news stations kind of puts them back together, and he just keeps saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he's just genuinely, thankful for her, keeping her calm, doing her job, and saving his life.
Keeping him calm.
And she did. And that's one thing that we talk about when we do some of these. I can't imagine some of these jobs. I don't know if I could just keep my calm. I sure as shit couldn't listen to a piece of poop call me, tell me he's going to kill his family and then do it, or he's killed his family and he's nonchalant. So, the next one is the calm confession of a double murder. All right.
In Port St. Lucie, Florida, in October of 2014, Checkingson Sinclair, which that is a exotic name, calls 911 3 hours after strangling his pregnant wife and their unborn child. He confesses it's real, like deadpan, monotone, almost no emotion at all.
They do convict him of, and he's a young guy.
Should be double murder.
They did, and I won't get into that splitting hairs, but yes, they did charge him with double murder. So,
2 life sentences.
Yes, so this piece of shit ain't getting out anytime soon. All right, listen to this one.
911, please fire ambulance.
Yes, hello?
Hi, 911. Do you need the police or the ambulance?
Yes, ma'am. I need the police.
To what address?
307 Southeast Walton Lake Drive.
What's going on there?
A murder has been committed.
Oh, a murder has been committed? By who?
By me, ma'am.
By you?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you murder?
I murdered my wife.
When?
Around 7 this morning.
Okay, what's your name?
Checkingson Sinclair.
Checkingson?
And he's just nonchalant explaining what's going on. And this 911 call also is extremely long. It's, well, not as long as the other one, but it's about 5.5 minutes. If you wanted to listen to the whole thing, you can. It's just creepy as hell how people are so disassociated with that.
And I don't mean to make light of a situation, but I would like to make fun of a killer. That gum he mouth breathes. Did you hear all that?
Yeah, he does. He's a big old mouth breather, sucking the oxygen out of the entire room. All right,
I didn't realize that it was the a murder has been committed one. I didn't realize that was the same one, because I'd heard a murder has been committed, but I didn't realize that was that one.
Yeah, he's just, and you'll never know. Never know. WPTV News in the Palm Beach area has the entire thing on there if you want to look it up. They also go into a couple of other things with him. Just a grade A piece of shit. Let's wrap her up with the old rake is what they're saying, but the guy is freaking out and he's screaming, he's not human, he's not human, he's not human. So this one is out of the Carolinas. We probably will do a full deep dive into this one. Carolina Case Files YouTube channel did a great job of really breaking this one down. They reached out. It took them a while to get in contact with the actual guy. His identity is kept private. He is interviewed by Carolina Case Files. They hide his face, which I feel like leads credence to he believes what he saw.
Yeah.
So take a listen to this one.
Henry County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
He told Pender County Dispatch that he'd been traveling somewhere between 55 and 60 miles an hour, making it difficult to clearly identify what he thought he had seen. But then just seconds after the call began, his evening took quite a turn.
I'm kind of in the middle of the woods at the moment.
Yes, sir. I'm familiar with the area. What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
It jumped in the back. Wait, what? It jumped in the back of his truck?
So the way he explains it in that Carolina Case Files, that guy interviews him, and the way he explains it, he's driving home. He sees what he thinks is, he thought a naked man or a man dressed in all white bleeding profusely from the face. So as he goes by, he calls 911. That's what you hear first. He said all of a sudden, as he's talking to them, trying to explain, hey, I'm kind of in the middle of the woods, he said this thing's standing in the middle of the road, and he thinks he hit it. but as his lights hit this thing, he realizes it is not human. It is not what he saw. It was not bleeding. And so it sounds like he hit it. He said that he kind of like, what the hell was, that? He flips on his bed a lot. He said this thing's standing in the back of his truck. And so he hits the brakes.
Thank God.
And it tumbles over, and then he speeds around it and falls out, gets to a gas station, waits on cops to get there. So the cops show up, and I think the state police come. So there's the county sheriff, and there's a interview. They interview the county sheriff, and the county sheriff is 100% like, look, I don't know what he saw, but I can tell you what he thinks he saw was 100% real to him. And we're not going to go down this road where we make fun of him. This was real to him, and I'm not going to put up with it. And so he's like, I believe the guy. He was so
Come, dude.
So they inspect his truck.
I would have broken that truck that we got outside, going like pedal to the metal.
They inspect his truck in the daylight. There are deep gashes, claw marks is what it looks like, on the roof of the cab down into the hood.
Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm got like cold chills right now thinking about it, man. It is freaky. So that one is the newest one. That one's been making the rounds on TikTok. There was a YouTube, or I'm sorry, not a YouTube. There was a podcast that did it, but I'm telling you, the guy that you heard in that opening, Carolina Case Files, is the channel. I think it's the one that says real 911 audio dispatch call logs, Class A rake encounter in North Carolina. That's what I grabbed that from. He has a follow-up, and I had watched it originally. It is called Disturbing 911 Revealed. That's where he interviews the man. I'm telling you, ain't no damn way I'd ever go back down. And this guy, I think during the interview, I can't remember for certain, but during the interview, I think he says he's never going back down that road. Hell, I wouldn't either. I don't care if it added 3 hours to my trip.
Yeah.
Ain't happening. So in the interview, he does explain that the police did not treat him like he was crazy. They took him back to the general area. He said, I have no idea, because it was just a wooded area. I don't know where.
Real nondescript.
Yeah. He said, I don't know if I got him to the right place, any of that stuff. But they kind of search and don't find anything. So.
I went to North Carolina, right? For that interview?
Yes.
Did I go through there?
No.
Mercy.
No. You didn't. Plus, you went during the daylight hours, so that helps.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So that is one of the more freaky ones, and I would like to dive a little bit deeper into that one because that one's crazy. There's a couple of other weird 911 calls with creatures. There was the whole 911 call with the family where they think the UFO crashed and the beings were in the back of their yard. There's things from a 1990 Air Mexico incident with like creatures outside the plane. There's some crazy stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of things that we can take this, or avenues we can take this. There's the pale crawlers that have been rumored to be in the mountains that the Marines on training exercises saw.
Yeah.
There's the blue-eyed beast out at Area 51, which is crazy.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. So again, let us know what you want us to do, how you want us to go down that road. Pick one of the ones that we went over, or heck, we may do another 5 to 10, because like I said, we found a whole list of them, and Reddit is full of them.
Reddit's full of everything.
I think there's an actual YouTube channel where a guy scours Reddit and picks out not weird 911 calls. So
I don't think that, I've heard one that's like that. He scours Reddit, but it's not specifically 911 calls. There's, I don't know if anyone listening has heard this guy. I believe his YouTube name is Chilling Stories.
That might be. Is he got glasses? Uses a Mac?
Oh, he's never shown his face as far as.
Oh, this guy that I saw today was using a Mac, and he did that one. what was the... So I wanted to give you a recommendation.
Chilling Scares. My bad. Chilling Scares. He goes through the interwebs and finds 911 calls, creepy Reddit accounts, which I've fallen down that rabbit hole recently. All sorts of stuff. Cold cases, true crime, you name it. He didn't go real in-depth with it, just because, like I said, his is a more, what's the word for that? Series-like what we're doing right now, a top 10 or a top 5. Not really even top, just 5 or 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't want to call it a top 10 or a top 5. This is just 10 weird-ass 911 calls. We can shift more paranormal. We did touch into the soft murderish episode, but I wanted to let y'all in on that. That kind of gives us a good smattering of different types of 911 calls, the murders, the paranormal, the creepy craziness. But as far as recommendations, I wanted to recommend, this came from Cousin Johnny. If you listen to the Hinter Kaifek episode, Cousin Johnny recommended The Hunting Party. It is a TV series on NBC or Peacock. And I'm not going to give a whole lot away. If you like chasing serial killers and things like that, you will love this. I think for it to be newer, it has been renewed for a second season. For it to be a newer series, it is very well written. It's not too hokey. There's not too many side stories, angles that they're going down. The cast works well together. So, I think we're 4 or 5 episodes in. It lays the groundwork for, many future episodes. So, one of the things that you realize within the first, I'd say 20 minutes of it is that shit could be real. After the first episode, I think you realize there may be an underlying truth to a whole lot of what you just watched. And that's all I'm going to leave it at. So, very titillating, I do say so myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. Again, let's pray that the government shutdown ends soon so we can get Coach's big ass back on the air. If not...
Yeah. If not, I'll be sitting in for him.
Yep, until he decides that he is going to actually work other than sit and draw his furlough pay. I'm just giving you a hard time, Coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, and deuces.